To our next session, Waste to Wonder. Our speaker is Aasawari Kane, founding member, PadCare Labs Private Limited. She's a microbiologist and a biotechnologist with a strong commitment to developing user-centric, environment-friendly products that make a positive impact. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Aasawari Kane.
The Earth is home to 1.8 billion menstruators. Nearly 500 million of them have never had access to a safe pad disposal methods. A single menstruator generates 7,000 used sanitary napkins throughout their lifetime. India alone disposes of 12 billion pads a year. Most of these end up in a landfill where rag pickers segregate them by hand. Some will end up in water bodies where they will decompose and pollute for the next 800 years. It has been centuries since menstrual pads were invented, and centuries without a dignified and sustainable way to dispose of them. Technology has reached outer space, but left the most vulnerable behind. But that changes with us. Hi, I'm Ajinkya Dharia and we are PadCare, innovators of the world's first sanitary napkin processing and recycling company. Our family of products work together to make your menstrual journey easy, affordable, and environmental responsible. PadCare Vent ensures menstruators have affordable and easy access to hygienic menstrual management. The PadCare Bin provides decentralized pad storage at source while assuring privacy and safety. These are equipped with patented PadCare WAP, antibacterial and anti-odor technology and store a minimum of 75 pads for up to 30 days. Using reverse logistics, our service executives bring the PadCare bins to our recycling center, where the patented PadCare X machine and cytoslave formulation work their 5D magic. Together, they disinfect, deodorize, decolorize, disintegrate, and deactivate the waste pads and turn this sanitary waste into two raw materials: wood pulp and plastic shreds. We recover 100% of the pulp and plastic from each pad, assuring quality equivalent to virgin pulp. The pulp materials are dried and upcycled into durable and ethical products such as paper, chemicals, and textiles. The plastic makes our very own PadCare bins. The carbon negative impact of all these processes is traceable on our PadCare One software. Welcome to the carbon negative menstrual sanitation revolution. We are not just another social enterprise. We care for people, for the planet, and for purpose. Through our outreach and collaboration with corporate partners like Google, Persistent, Mahindra, JLL, and American Express, we are creating awareness, providing access to affordable menstruation, and relieving India's rag pickers from the hazards of handling sanitary waste. Safai Karmacharis are gainfully employed as PadCare service executives. For every kilogram we recycle, we save 20 liters of landfill waste and 2.14 kg of carbon equivalent. The entire process releases 58% fewer carbon equivalent than landfill and 68% fewer carbon equivalent than incineration. We continue looking to expand our impact. Our team is dedicated to innovating and using technology for good. We listen. We go back to drawing. We perfect the PadCare promise to people and the planet. We are the winners of Most Innovative Startup Award by NASSCOM, Infosys Award, and are recognized by the World Economic Forum's The Circulate Accelerator.
So PadCare is the only brand which recycle used sanitary pad, and we are really happy to associate with PadCare.
Women employees are happy with this solution as PadCare provides safe and hygienic menstrual solution.
प्रोसेस सिस्टम पैडकेयर के साथ असिस्ट करता है, जो कि ना केवल क्लीनलीनेस की तरफ कंट्रीब्यूट करता है बल्कि वुमेन सेफ्टी का भी पूरा ध्यान रखता है.
पॅड डस्टबिनमध्ये पॅड टाकतात. आता आम्हाला घाण वास येत नाही. आता आम्ही सुरक्षित आहे.
For the first time in the world, this menstrual waste is no longer waste. It's a resource. It's an opportunity. It's our promise of a better world, one pad at a time. We are PadCare!
So good evening, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity, honor to be here. So I guess this video has set up the context of what PadCare really is. But the story is very different, very interesting of where we have reached today. So I'll just walk you through how we started and where we have reached now. So this started back in 2018 when we identified two major problems. One, when Ajinkya was traveling to a landfill site because of his final year project, and he saw a waste picker manually segregating soiled sanitary pads. He was shocked. He went back to his mother. He asked, why do you do something of this sort? Do you know what happens? And his mother didn't really know about it. I'm sure many females in this room don't know what happens after they dispose of their pads in the dustbin, because for us, the journey ends right there. But we have seen this across 7 landfill sites in India, and the story is same everywhere. The pads that we dispose of in the dry bin ends up into a landfill site where the waste pickers have to manually segregate. Second, when I was doing my master's, I had shifted to a hostel and there was an institutional level incinerator, which I did not really know of, I had never seen, and menstruation is a big taboo, so no one really talks about it. I was very curious, so I asked one of my senior, and she told me that you put your sanitary pads once you're done and it will burn it. I was like, fine, I really want to try this out. So when I had my periods, I went there, I put my sanitary pad in the incinerator. I switched on the button, and within 1.5 minutes, the entire corridor was filled with smoke, only because the incinerator was put there just for the sake of it. The chimney, which was supposed to go up, was coming down. That's when I realized why are people inventing something of this sort. I read more about it, and I was in touch with Ajinkya, and we spoke to more than 3,000 to 4,000 females across different verticals of corporates, educational institutes, both private, government, housewives, and all the strata that we could speak. And we realized that disposal is the end. The problem starts right from awareness, wherein a lot of people are not even aware about why menstruation occurs. Don't know why it is such a big taboo, right? It's as normal as breathing. We always wanted to build a user-centric product because we do understand that if at all the user is not comfortable using it, it's never going to work. So when we started, we had a one-pad processing unit which we thought would go inside the washroom cubicle. So we made a couple of those, we deployed it across different schools, corporates, even in public washrooms. And we realized that this product is probably not meant, because you may not have electricity, you may not have water connection inside the washroom cubicles. And that's when COVID came, we came on hold, and we thought that it's time to shut. We were really scared. That is when we got associated with a couple of organizations like NASSCOM. We had a good pool of mentors, and we pivoted our entire model. We then had PadCare bins in our washroom cubicles, which were standalone solutions, irrespective of whether you have electricity, water, whatever. These bins will suffice users' problem. We got our 100 kg processing unit first. We pivoted that. Today we have 1.5 metric ton machine. A very interesting case study which I would like to highlight here is back when we were doing our user studies, there was a government school in Pune, ITI. So the background is that the students who come there come from a very remote background. They won't talk about menstruation at all. So when I went there, I tried talking to them for almost 2 hours just to understand the kinds of problems they are facing. They didn't say anything. I came back with nothing in my hand. We had gotten a grant from the government under which we were supposed to deploy these products. And we did it. It ran for a year. Then we had to retrieve it. We got a call from the principal, who was a male, by the way, from that school 1 month after that, saying that girls are behind me to get your services back. That was when we realized that we have really achieved something. The girls who were not even ready to talk to me spoke to their male principal and got services back. Their education system did not really have a budget for this. They introduced this budget, and there have been many more such case studies. So this is something that we do. Today we are spread across 550 corporates, processing more than 20 lakh pads, saving 107 metric tons of carbon on a monthly basis. And our product is not just limited to corporates, right? It's for every female out there. She could be at home, she could be anywhere. So we are venturing into housing societies as well, and we do act as an implementation partner for CSR projects. So we have done a couple of projects with USAID. We are running a community level project wherein entire Mahabaleshwar city's pads are getting recycled by PadCare. One we are starting in Darjeeling. This is just one, but we are working with Cummins India Foundation, with PubMatic, with SBI Foundation, wherein we are providing services to more than 100 government schools today. So this is a bit about us, and I'm open to any kind of questions that you may have. Yes, please. So what we can essentially do is we can get in touch with you outside, but I'll definitely guide you based upon your CSR goals. We can map how, which is the market that we want to choose and how we can go about it. Sure. Okay.
Right, if there are no more questions, I'd like to request all of you to please give her a big round of applause. Aasawari Kane, I'd like to request Rashmi Shri from NASSCOM to present a small token of our appreciation.